everyone, it is 10:47 p.m. on a Saturday night. I just got home from a night out. I know I'm a rebel at home before 11 o'clock. How on earth am I going to get up tomorrow morning? I had a good night. I went to see Arj Barker. For those of you who are comedy fans, you will know that he is brilliant and that I would like to marry him. Anyway, came home, forgot what the date was, so I looked at my calendar. Now my calendar is one of those rip-off ones every day, but I usually leave it for like 2 weeks because I forget it's there, and then I just have 14 days of ripping off. Anyway, my point was, it is a Sarah Palin themed rip-off calendar in which there are 365 different quotes that she has said that have been deemed hilarious and dumb and stupid. So I ripped off my one to today and I thought, I feel like making a video, so what am I going to talk about? So I thought about Sarah Palin, and then I thought about her daughter with her illegitimate pregnancy, and then I thought about, despite the fact that Sarah Palin campaigns for abstinence in schools, her pregnant daughter, well, not pregnant anymore, her teenage daughter became pregnant while she was at high school. So I thought I would talk about abstinence programs and how crap balls they really are. Now, I was educated in an Australian public school, which meant that from about the grade of 8 or 9, we had regular sexual education classes, which of course all the kids thought were hilarious, and they usually were. You know, a 14-year-old, anything is funny, really. So I actually have never sat through an abstinence class. I can only imagine it would be horribly confusing and mind-numbingly boring because there is basically one message. But I'm gonna assume that most people who do get abstinence classes don't get sexual education classes, because that would kind of be a waste of time. Now, before I go on, and before you all come at me with pitchforks and torches saying, "Rah! She just wants teenagers to have sex and go crazy and make the world a worse place and rah rah rah, burn the witch," I do acknowledge the fact that it's probably not healthy for 13-year-olds to be sleeping together. However, I think there are better ways to go about avoiding this than to teach them that sex is bad, or sex is something that should be feared, or something that has so many rules and regulations around it, social rules, religious rules, all that kind of stuff. So I just thought I'd clear that out of the way before I get the inevitable naysayers who just want to rah 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 rah. So yeah, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. I'm not sure if you know this yet or not, but abstinence doesn't work. I know, shocking, right? Ever thought up the idea of teaching teenagers to withhold sex until they're married? Obviously, A, has never encountered a teenager before, and B, knows nothing about the raging hormones that are completely natural, that are going throughout their body and, frankly, throughout their genitalia. But it is completely natural, normal, and okay for teenagers to think about, experiment with, and learn about sex. It's a school. You should be teaching kids how to deal with life once they leave school, because a lot of them, that will be their last schooling years. A lot of them won't go on to college or university or anything like that. So the things you teach them there, they will keep with them forever. especially things that they're interested about. And I think you'll be hard-pressed to find a teenager that isn't interested in sex. It seems to be a very popular subject amongst the younger folk, or amongst all folk. Everyone loves talking about it. But kids need to know the facts. They need to know the biological, social, and psychological facts surrounding the serious issues, complications, diseases, just general problems that can come from sexual experiences or the social ramifications. Telling a teenager to suppress and disregard all of their natural instincts and instead wear a purity ring and wait till they get married and find their loving partner who they'll be with forever, of course, because divorce doesn't exist. It confuses me. Maybe because I was never taught it in high school. Maybe because I was given a fair medical and socially responsible class on how to use condoms, how to avoid STDs, how to avoid pregnancy, how pregnancy works. So many teenagers do not know how a woman becomes pregnant. I mean, they know that it happens via sex, but so many don't know the ins and outs of the sperm, the ovum, the egg, the chromosomes, all of that kind of stuff. And I know it's cliche, but knowledge is power. So I find something really, really wrong and quite sad about the fact that abstinence is teaching teenagers that sex is something that's taboo and mysterious and should be feared or worshipped or kept only for special occasions like a wedding night. I think a lot of those kids are going to get a surprise on their wedding night. But I don't know why biological naturalness, I don't even think naturalness is a word, stick with me guys, why is natural biological happenings something that people shouldn't know? You don't hesitate to teach a kid how the heart works, how the liver works, how the brain works. Why not teach them about how your reproductive organs work, what kind of feelings you'll get, what will happen when certain parts are stimulated, what will happen if you impregnate a woman or a girl, or you are yourself a woman or a girl and are impregnated. Kids need to know this. They can't learn it all from whatever young person show they're watching. Is the OC even on these days? I'm presuming that 99% of you who are watching this are smart people and know that abstinence has been correlated with higher levels and higher numbers of teenage pregnancies, which is really sad because having a baby is a massive, massive change to one's life and can often stop a young girl from achieving what she wanted to achieve. It's a really serious issue. Great health issues too. The 1% of you who will come at me with pitchforks and flaming things, like I mentioned earlier, I'm happy to hear your point of view, but I personally think that kids should be told the truth. I mean, shoot me for saying that, but I think teenagers are mature enough, have the capacity to understand and work with teachers and parents to get their questions answered. And really, who are you kidding? Teaching kids abstinence isn't going to stop them from figuring out what sex is about. I mean, we're in the 21st century. Every teenager has an iPhone with connection to the internet in a split second. I grew up in a period where the internet was kind of just becoming regular. So I didn't get a lot of my information from the internet. I got it through friends and stuff like that, but teenagers in this day and age, they'll get it before you can teach it to them, really. So, it's late, 11:03. Oh god. I'm going to be a rebellious teenager and go to bed before midnight on a Saturday night. Tell me what you think about abstinence. I know it's a very controversial issue. I don't know why. It seems quite black and white in my head, but then again, most stuff does. And apparently there's grey areas, but my brain doesn't work like that. So I thought I'd just come on webcam and ramble a bit due to the connections my brain made with Sarah Palin and her daughter and her pregnancy, and the fact that Sarah Palin still insists on teaching abstinence in public schools. So tell me what you think, and I would love to hear from you. So thanks for watching, everyone. See ya!